Hello, this is Coach Nano Titan. Today, we are going to be doing my biggest ranking from just one game company that we have the most games from. And this will be our official Allplay rankings.
That was a mouthful.
Was a mouthful, yeah. I mean, there's so many games here, I have to give a pretty mouthy intro. And Dad's here!
Yeah.
Just-
Or there was a ghost talking, one or the other.
Right. Back for the rankings, of course. So let's just get straight into it. I really just love the Allplay Games. You know, it's my favorite company that we get games from, so I'm glad we get to do this today.
Number 10. I think you're up.
I think I'm up. All right. For my number 10 game on my Allplay list is... Dang it, no. Fiction.
Fiction. Are you lying?
Ha! Alright, so this game is kind of like Wordle. If you know Wordle, you guess words and it gives you where it is, or like where the letters are, or if you have any letters. It's kind of like that. It's a little bit more advanced. There's like librarian who's just trying to tell lies to you, and yeah.
I'm just
inspecting the box. But you like get the you get the words from little passages from books, so it gives those little like tidbits that makes it pretty fun.
Yeah, I like this game a lot. The thing that's different about Wordle in this one is the person that runs the picks the word is they lie. So they're the librarian, and so it just makes it a little more challenging than Wordle. It's a good little party game in a little box. You can pretty much take this anywhere. I definitely like this one a lot. But yeah, so
yeah.
So I guess it's down to my number 10.
Number 10. Do you think we're gonna have any crossovers on our list? Do you think that could be possible?
Well, I think we'll have crossovers definitely because we got like 23 games or so that we rank.
It's at least one maybe.
But I think definitely we'll have a bunch of crossovers. But I think that we're at least gonna have, I'm gonna say 2 games where we're exact number and game. What do you think?
Number and game.
So maybe our number 1 will be the same, and our number 3 will be the same. So that's what I think. So my number 10 is Lunar.
Oh, wow.
Just kidding. I haven't even played this.
Oh,
This little caveat. There's a couple games we haven't played yet. We haven't played Lunar. We haven't played Mori. So these could be on our list if we had to play them.
And there are some trick-taking games. Those are some trick-taking games, so they're kind of hard to get to the table sometimes.
So let's chomp into my number 10 with Chomp.
Yeah.
So, all right. Yeah. So Chomp is just like a little card-laying game, and you're basically... the dinosaurs are going to die in this, basically. So you're laying cards down and you're trying to save as many dinosaurs as you can. Or maybe you can get a card where killing dinosaurs is good, so you'll just try to kill as many as you want or you can. But it's just a fun little game where you're laying cards down. It's really short. I think you lie down like maybe 8 or 10 cards.
8 or 9 cards.
And it's a little bit like Point Salad-y.
Yeah.
And the deluxe pieces are nice with the little dinosaur skeletons and stuff. Yeah, so this is a fun little game. Another one you can just take anywhere with you. So yeah, Chomp.
Yeah, and I totally agree with that. I wish it was a little bit longer. It is a little short because usually in Point Salad I get all these types of point cards and I have time to do everything. But I feel like I can only get like 2 point cards and I have to only focus on one thing. Usually in Point Salad I have like one thing that I focus on and then a bunch of other little things that I may want to focus on. But other than that, I really like the game and the theme and the pieces.
I thought you were
really
going to
cool.
say I only have a few point guards, and I was like, point guards.
Basketball.
So that might come back on our list. Who knows? But all right. Well, I think we're done with number 10. Can we move to number 9?
Number 9.
Number 9. All right. So I'm going to start at this time with my number 9, and I think this one may make your list. Maybe. And that is Kabuto Sumo.
Wow.
And you know this,
Yeah.
like, I almost didn't put this on my list, but it's such an interesting, different game, and it's fun. It's kind of like one of those carnival games where you put the coin in, you're trying to knock stuff down to get, maybe win some money or an iPhone or something. You know, it's kind of like that, but you're sumo wrestling beetles. And you're just sliding discs and trying to knock the other people's beetles off the board. It's super fun, different, and that's why I put this one as my number 9.
Yeah, and you can just give that to me because that is also my number 9.
Nice.
Yeah. So that's cool. But I really like. He explained it very well. It's like your sumo wrestling beetles. It's so stupid, but it's so fun. Like the theme is meant to be like. I feel like Allplay was like, we're gonna make a little change with this one, and they did. Yeah, I think it's really nice. I think it's a perfect game for all the people that like the hobby.
And you can pretend to be like a wrestler, like Macho Man Randy Savage or something like Hulk Hogan. You're mine at SummerSlam, right?
Yeah.
Did that embarrass you?
No. And then you can another thing I like is you can have different shaped like pushers. So you put that on the thing and it can like knock more things off, which is also something that I like. But yeah, the theme is also, it's just my favorite. Like sumo wrestling beetles is ridiculous. But that's what makes the game so fun. So yeah.
I kind of want to play the new one that they've done. We didn't get that one. But
yeah, let's get it.
We'll have to play it. So
all right.
All right. So we need to move on to our number 8. All right.
Number 8! All right. Number 8 on my list is another kind of silly theme, but something that I really like, but fits very well. And that is called Mountain Goats.
On your list.
Yeah, I think a few years ago, or not a few years ago, probably like last year, this would have been a little higher on my list because I'm pretty sure this was like in my top 10 games of all time. Or like it almost made the cut or something. Because I really like this game. I mean, the components are relatively nice, but a lot of it's just like you have the cards set out and it's not like a board. I think it would be more interesting if it was a board and they had put a little more into it. Like in terms of the components, but the game is pretty fun and it's pretty simple, but just a little added substance could do it well for sure. But again, I do love this game and I will pass it over to my dad.
This is a fun one for families. I mean, this, you know, kids can play this, and adults can play it, and it's fun. This is one of our few games that don't have like the deluxe pieces.
Yeah.
So I don't know if they ever had deluxe pieces for Mountain Goats, but who knows? Maybe that would have made it a little nicer. But
yeah,
obviously fitting in small boxes like this, it's hard to get a board in here. So yeah.
I mean, it could possibly, like, they could make Mountain Goats Plus.
Yeah.
Like Amazon Prime.
XL.
And they just made it one of these big boxes.
All right. What was my number 8? My number 8 is a ghostly game.
Oh no.
And honestly, kind of was the game that kind of got me back into playing trick-taking games, and that is Ghosts of Christmas. So this is like Christmas Carol themed, which I think is kind of cool, even though I haven't gotten to play it around Christmas yet. But it's cool because you're actually playing tricks to the past, present, and future. Oh. And so if you win in the past, then what you play in the present will be trump. So it, like, basically you can kind of figure out, like, I know I'm going to win this one, so then I can play that and I'll be trump. And so it gives you a little bit of flexibility in winning tricks, but you also have to guess exactly how many tricks you're going to win. And so, yeah, this is a real fun one. I like it a lot and kind of got me back into playing trick-taking games because really I thought there was only euchre until Allplay came around. So now I'm starting to get into them. So, all right.
Yeah, I have not played this game. I mean, I've heard good things from the man himself, but...
God?
Yeah, and it kind of sounded like you were this really infamous, like, mysterious man. But yeah.
All right, so we're on to number 7.
Number 7.
All right. Number 7.
All right, your turn.
Oh, I'm going first this time.
Yeah.
Okay, well, my number 7 is a big one. This is a big game. It is humongous. It is Big Top. Not really big, but it has big in the name. So Big Top is cool because it has like a fixed economy. Like, you get the coins that are there and that's it, and you have to work within that. So you can spend a bunch of money, but then you have to work your money back up. I just really like how you're bidding for stuff, because you're bidding and what you bid can actually get you to claim cards and get points. And so it's just a really fun game. It's a silly theme, which I think Allplay is really good at.
Yeah. For sure.
And you got to get the metal coins because you are playing with the coins the whole time.
You can hear them.
Yeah. So metal coins are definitely a must, I think, for this one. But it's really fun and pretty quick as well.
Yeah, relatively quick for sure. Right amount of time, 40 minutes. Yeah, I really like this game. One of the things I like is how it feels like you're actually like betting money, because you're pulling the coins out and you're like gaining the money and you're like having it in your little pool and you're like stuffing it in the corner. Sure. But I just really like, it's a very satisfying game to play, like when you gain the points and, you know, when you put your cards out. I don't even really, I mean, I've done a review on it, so you can go check that out for more of my thoughts, but this is kind of on a whim. So, yeah, I really like this game. But one time, this is the bad experience I had, so I had to stay up all night. My dad was like, well, what? Because you're staying up all night, and it was for like a doctor's appointment that I had to stay up all night for. He's like, since you have this appointment, and you have to stay up all night, how about we just knock out a few videos or whatever, knock out a review. And I was very tired. I had played this game at my aunt and uncle's house, and then I came back home, and I was already wiped out, you know? So I'm like, Dad, I can't do this. And he's like, well, you have to. Like, even if you're tired, you gotta knock this out. Like, you gotta do this video.
It's trying to keep him awake.
And then he gave me a green wig and a clown nose. And I had to be half asleep doing that review. And I think it ended up being worth it. I needed to get the review out anyway. I have to do.
And we needed to stay awake, and that was a way to keep us both busy. So
yeah. And then at the end of it, I was like, ugh. Like, it was so bad.
Now you have to rewatch that video and see if you can see how tired Oliver was, or did he do a good job faking it?
Yeah, because I think, didn't we have to speed up the reviewing part?
Yeah, I think I did.
Because I was talking so slow.
He was talking so slow that I just sped it up slightly, so it just brought his voice up a little bit and made it just had a little more pep. So you can watch it and see if you can tell that I did that as well. So, all right, we're giving him some inside scoop in this one. And now it's time for number 6.
Why did we do that? How about we just introduce it like that? Oh, no, I haven't even done my number 7.
So we forgot Oliver's number 7, so we're just gonna kick it in.
Silly.
You were just supposed to cut in and do it.
All right, so my number 7 game is a game that might surprise you. That you might not think that I've played it enough times for it to be.
I can guess. Pollen.
I obviously I like this game. It's on my top 10, but I enjoy like the cards look really pretty. They look realistic. They have these, you know, the beetle and the butterfly and the bee, and it just like the cards look very nice. And it's a very like simple game where you're just like, you count the number of like beetles or wilds, and you try to put it around like the circle with the bug on it. and then you gain points for it.
I think we're going to have to do a review on this one.
Yeah, for sure. I have a lot of good things to say about it. Even after I played it, I was like, man, I have 1,000 good things to say about this game. So yeah, I really enjoyed this game. What do you think
this
about
game, so Oliver does theater, which you guys already know, and so one of the things, instead of buying flowers that might die or something like that, I always try to, get a board game with a flower theme. So this was for his last show when he was in Oklahoma, I bought this for him, and we just got a chance to play it recently.
I forgot.
Yeah. So if you guys have any flower-themed games that are not foliferous or pollen, Oliver is in a show right now, and I need to think of another.
Or if you want to just buy me Wavelength, that would be fine. Or Hues and Cues.
But that has nothing to do with flowers.
Well,
anyways,
Hues and Cues has colors of flowers.
Oh, well, this is a super fun game. I like the chunky bug pieces.
Yeah, those are really nice.
It's really quick and just kind of flows pretty quickly.
Yeah.
A little bit of, you can take that, but doesn't feel super mean.
It feels like just enough.
Yeah,
it's real just good. The right amount of everything. There's nothing that's too overwhelming that you're doing. And another thing, the Beatles are shiny, and I like it. Number 6.
Yeah, it's number 6.
It's number 6.
All right. Number 6.
Number 6 on my list is pies. Yeah, pies. Called pies.
I like pies too.
We should play this game on Pie Day, and then we should play Pie Town, and then we should get 4 pies and then eat until our stomachs
That sounds
are
amazing. Well, we missed that because that was a couple months ago.
I mean, we can just tell America to redo
Pie Day?
Yeah,
we just reinvent the number?
Yeah, so instead it's, what is it tomorrow? I just really want pie, guys. Don't worry about it. But I actually hated this. I didn't, okay, I'm going to say I really didn't like this game when I first played it. And this is always where, if I play a game and I'm like, I hate it, I probably played it at night and I was tired. Because that's when I never want to play games, or especially new games. If I'm playing Cosmoctopus or something that I know and I like, I'll probably get through it.
He's grumpy at night. I'm
very grumpy at night, and I like Neepy time, and I like morning. I like morning time more than nighttime. So, but this game is great. I played it one more time, and I was like, what was I thinking? Because I played it in the middle of the day. I just really again, this game has beautiful, realistic art, and I like it. It's very, it reminds me of, a grandma's house, and she's, picking from her garden.
I could see that.
Even, my house, you guys don't know my house, but, with this old lady picking things and, making pies in her kitchen. It really gives that vibe, and it has, the flowery patterns and stuff like that. So it really gives off a pretty nice vibe.
You know what could make it better is if the dog meeple was Vinny.
Oh, shoot, yeah. He's
Vinny,
looking at us.
That would have been awesome.
Yeah. Could it customize it when we get the Kickstarter? Like we did with Dog Boss. I just really like how the game flows. It's kind of a trick-taking game, right? This one isn't fully a trick-taking.
Yeah, it uses trick-taking basically to decide turn order and picking your cards, and it's kind of more of a set collection game with just a little flavor of trick taking, which I think is cool. And so it's one of those games where it's probably would seem familiar to most people that's played things like Rummy or something like that, because you're collecting sets of stuff. And so I think you could get a lot of different people to play it, plus people usually like pies, so that helps as well.
And I like the concept of you have to get 3 different fruits or 5 of the same fruits to fulfill this card. It's you always have a goal, or you have more than one goal. But then when someone takes what you want, it shatters your heart, which is great when you can do it to other people.
But then you get the dog in front of you, and then they can't mess with you.
And then they can't mess with you.
All right.
That was meant to be better.
So is it my turn?
Yes, it is.
And it is number 6. It's number 6. Dad's old brain.
I know,
so this one might surprise you. This one I've played a couple times, and it's one of those games where I actually, after I was done playing, I thought about it a lot. I just kept on thinking, trying to figure out the puzzle, and that is Message from the stars.
Yeah, that was my first guess.
So really, this probably took this fiction off the board because this is just a similar style party game, a little more challenging, but just a
Very
fun
challenging.
puzzle to like wrap your brain around. And like I found myself the next day like thinking of ways that I could figure out those letters. And so I'm excited to play this one more. I definitely think this could go higher as I play it more. If I find the right group of people to play it with, I think this one could be super, super fun. So, and obviously I already think it's super fun because it's on my list. And Oliver, you played this one.
Yeah, I did. And that was also a day where I was tired. Like, I don't know if it was after church, but I was just like, I was actually probably going to take a nap. And then you're like, Oliver, get in here. And I was like, ah. And then we had to play this like long, complicated game. I was sitting here like this, like, and it's very complicated for me. Like, it's
I think the like deduction part of it, throwing a little math in there, is definitely makes it a little more challenging. But the giving clues for your little message was easy, right?
Yeah.
So I think
that was a fun part of it, and I think I did a dice tower on this, right?
Yeah.
Where I kind of explained that's pretty fun, but everything else,
I think
so much. But when I play it when I'm up and I'm like, whoa, like I am now.
Yeah, maybe we'll play it this weekend with more people because it was
family.
It was just the two of us when we played. So I mean, I think having a group would help as well. So
yeah, I'll be seeing Grandma this weekend, and that's pretty high.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I should get the video out before we go. So we will see Grandma this weekend. So all right, so I think it's time we're halfway done.
Number 5.
Number 5.
Number 5.
All right.
Number 5.
So my number 5. This one, I just love that I get to play this game with my boy.
Oh,
so this one is a fun one.
No.
And it also brings some nostalgia, and it'll probably be higher on his list.
No.
So the number 5 is basketball.
How could it go that low? I knew when you said a game that like I like to play with my boy. I was like so like it gets me as shattered like when someone steals something from me in this game. Jeez.
I do like this game a lot. I like how they parody the like basketball players. I like how you're building, your championship team and trying to build a dynasty, and I think that's super fun. It's a fun little bidding game, and I think Oliver's probably going to talk about this one more later. I haven't.
Yeah, I'm actually just not going to talk about it now.
All right, that's fine.
But I will give you a hint. I like this game.
Yeah,
a lot.
So, anyways, and I think this might have made your top 10 all time. So
yeah.
I figured this would be on your
for sure.
list.
Maybe. Yeah,
I don't know if any Allplay games made my top 10. So yeah.
How dare you?
I know, I'm such a horrible person. But basketball, super fun game. What is your number 5? Not basketball.
Chomp!
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
That got higher up on your list.
Yeah. Nice. I really do. One thing I talked so much trash about it earlier, but just forget that. Nice Oliver's back. So, one thing that is cool, I like that it took point salad, which I do like its system more, and I like how like it's a little longer and a little lengthier, but still the same like easiness wise. I like how you're building a little grid, and I like how the things on that grid interact with each other. So it's like you're kind of looking at your sim in like Sims. If you guys play that game, like you're looking at your guy and he's like beating up somebody, you're like, no, you weren't supposed to do that. It's like, your large dinosaurs eating the like herbivores.
I always mess up and all my dinosaurs die.
Yeah, I feel like
I think I've lost this game every time because I miss the tar pit that kills everything.
Yeah,
and
the tar pit.
Oh, no.
But there's so much variety. Like the herbivores eat the leaves, and there's like the small amount of like meat that the big dinosaurs eat, and then there's the tar pit which kills all the dinosaurs around it, and then there's the point cards which give you even more points on top of what you score in your grid. So that is something over point salad like in this game that I really like. It just there's so much more variety in terms of how you can play things. So, yeah.
All right.
That's my number 5.
All right, number 5. And we're done with 5, and we're moving on to number 4.
Number 4.
All right.
Number 4. So, my number 4 is a game that I talked about earlier. Yeah.
You did? What?
I did. Your lists are rubbing off on me. What?
That's my guess, no?
Oh, I already talked about that game. I already talked about Kudos. Remember? We were on
Oh, we were the same, yep. Okay.
Yeah. Big time!
I forgot.
Okay, so the thing about this game that I really like, obviously I really like bidding games. Like, I really like Raccoon Tycoon. Like, that one is really good. You know, there's another one that I really
We should
like.
play that soon.
Yeah, Raccoon Tycoon.
Yeah.
Wait, is Lizard Wizard?
Yeah.
Oh,
They're the same basic game.
Yeah. But I just really like this game. It's super silly. It's super dumb. But Allplay does a good job of making that all right. I like... It's just, again, the satisfaction of getting the money and feeling like you're playing poker and stuff like that. It's fun. I don't know. I feel like I'm a mafia boss and I'm about to, like...
With clowns.
Yeah, with clowns. I have that clown nose and the green wig on. And then when I lose, I just pull a gun on everybody or something. Man, I don't want to do that at the family gathering this weekend, so hopefully I don't get mad at people, which happens every time. But yeah.
Don't die. Don't die, son. Should I move on to my number 4?
Yes. I'm gonna like throw
All right,
up
my
on the
number
side.
4 is another recent game that we've gotten to get to the table, and I like it a lot, and that is... Any guesses?
Oh, my brain is empty. Wait, you said haven't?
No, that we played recently.
My guess, Through the Desert.
Yes, it is.
Yeah!
Through the Desert.
Oh my gosh, no.
We won't talk
No,
about...
we will. I will.
All right.
I'll tell everyone.
All right. So anyways, Oliver needs to play this again. You know, the experiences sometimes really affect the way you view games. So this might move up on Oliver's list.
I hate this game.
It's really fun, though, and simple. All you're doing is putting camels out. But, like, you know, the first time I played by myself, and I was like, oh, that's easy. And then I played with other people, I was like, wow, I didn't even think about, you know, and people were, like, taking out big areas. And I was like, man, they placed their leading camel perfectly. And so it just kind of gave me a new respect for the game. My only caveat in the game is... It's a little hard when you got a bunch of camels on there to keep track of which line is yours, especially if the colors are close together. But besides that, it's really fun, and I'm excited to dig more into the expansions and stuff like that. Through the Desert, super fun game. And Oliver, tell us your amazing story.
Okay. So I do like this game. I probably would have liked it more if I didn't have the experience, but let's just look at it from the positive side. So I really like how you're like making a large caravan, and throughout the game you're making it longer and you're scoring points on like the points on the board, or like the buildings, and then with the tropical trees, palm trees. I just like how it has that variety, and you can score for those things. And don't you score for like the length of your caravan as well?
It's if you have the longest caravan.
Oh yeah, so I like when you score multiple things, adds a lot of substance to the game. And it reminds me of trekking through history, which you're like making a really long timeline, like in order of date. So it kind of reminds me of that, which I just kind of really like the structure of that game. So that's partly why I like this game, but experiences can affect everything. And it definitely affected this. So stupidly, first time I played this game, I had my friends over. No, that's not stupid, but stupidly, after dinner, we had these like shredded chicken sandwiches with chips.
Grapes. Grapes and tots. We had grapes and tots.
Oh, grapes. I think you said crepes and tots. I was like,
grapes and tots.
Grapes and tots. And then they had a large meal. And then we had that 3 a.m. motivation.
It wasn't 3
It wasn't 3 a.m., but you know what I mean when I say 3 a.m. motivation. And I decided to go on a run in the rain with my friends. Little did I know, that sucked. That was a terrible idea. I don't know why I did it. That was such a bad idea. Came back, I was exhausted. I was literally dying. My head was throbbing out of my brain.
So I gave him some Tylenol.
So keep that in mind for later. I was like, Dad, I'm not feeling good. And we continued to play the game because I needed to talk about it, of course, on the channel and the Dice Tower and stuff like that. And
well, plus we were preparing for this video too. So.
Yeah, in this video.
Yeah.
And I was like, don't throw up. And of course, I went to the bathroom, missed the bathroom, threw up first. And then I started just not even going to the toilet. My dad tells the story better, but I just felt like I can contain things better because he's just going to tell everything. And I threw up several more times, and my dad's like, hey, go over the toilet. I'm going to have to clean all this up. Do you realize how much you've done? And then I go over the toilet. I'm probably like 5 feet away in my mouth, and then I just puke on the side. I probably puked around 5 times, and I definitely started World War III in our bathroom.
Yeah. We're having him take puking classes next week.
Puking classes?
I'm just kidding.
I already have enough this summer.
But we did find the pill
and we
on the floor later.
Oh, it was so gross. Especially that I just ate and nothing digested.
Well, hopefully you guys weren't eating during this video.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
So someone's eating our exact meal. And, and then they have the same experience I do. It's cursed. No more crepes and tots.
All right. I think crepes and tots are delicious. So I think it's time for our number 3. All right, my number 3, part of me, a little of me wanted to put it at number 9.
What?
Yeah, I just wanted to put it at number 9 because it would have just fit there so well.
It's weird, dude.
Because it is 9 lives.
Okay.
But I couldn't put it at number 3 because this game is awesome. Another trick-taking game, and honestly, it's a simpler game than Ghost of Christmas, but it is just a fascinating little trick-taking game. This is like the trick-taking game when we start playing euchre something with somebody. I'll be like, hey man, you should try this weird cat game called 9 Lives. It is super fun. You are bidding on your tricks, which is pretty normal for a trick-taking game on how many you can win, but the thing that's really interesting about it is you can actually see the suits, so you know how much trump people have. And then you can also, so another way you can kind of manipulate how many tricks you win or lose is you actually, when you win a trick, you get to take one of the other cards that was played. You can't take your card, but you can take one of the other cards and put it back in your hand. So it helps you to kind of manipulate like how many tricks you're going to win or lose. But I mean, and if you win exactly, like you choose exactly how many tricks and you win that, you get like 4 points, which is like almost half the points for the whole game. And yeah, it's just really fun. I like it a lot. It's quick, it's easy, a great trick-taking game. So, and you can play it 3 player. I mean, it's a good one. Yeah.
All right, yeah. So I really like this game as well. I think this is my favorite out of all the trick-taking games. I would say second is probably Pies, for sure. But this one...
Well, Pies is... You
kind of trick-taking.
Oh, unless this is on your list.
Is it?
I don't know.
You'll have to figure that out. But I really like this game. I really like the art. It's really silly. They do a good job with variation. And especially with the type of trick-taking. Because you're like laying the cats on the rugs and like... There's so many things you can do. I mean, there's not so many things. There's a right amount. It feels like just enough, like pollen. It feels like that. I really like the play on trick-taking. Like, you can see the back of people's cards. I think that's pretty cool. I think that's pretty interesting. And yeah, I think this game is
it's good for all the cat lovers.
It is good for all the cat lovers.
Yeah.
Has my mom played this?
She has.
She has. All right.
Yeah.
All right, I want you to guess my number 3. Yes, you're
Nice.
correct. I don't have to talk about this game anymore. I was hyping that up so much.
So I got 4. I mean, 3. We'll have 3 crossovers for sure. I'll bet you.
Yeah. Bet.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just really like. I really like. I don't think I've ever won the game before, but I think it's really cool.
Yeah. Awesome.
Number 2.
Number 2.
Number 2.
Number 2.
All right, I have beef.
I knew this was his number 2.
Yeah. So this is one of my favorite games of all time, and that really says something about my number 1. So, and you guys might be guessing, and you guys might be in the comments yelling at me. It's obvious. Why would you do this? Like, masquerade. I don't know why I called it a masquerade, but whatever. We're
That
going.
just made me want to sing Phantom.
Yeah, I really like how it makes it feel real. Like, I used to play a lot of 2K. I don't much anymore. I actually don't play many video games anymore. But I really like how you're, like, retiring players and the players are developing. It's not like you have this one player for the whole game and then you can upgrade them. And then, like, they always stay, like, the highest they can be. But they like, regress a little bit at the end. And then, like, at the beginning, they're kind of a rookie, so they suck. But then they go up and climb up and become one of the best players.
You spend a lot of time in 2K building teams.
Building teams.
Kind of what
and this is kind of what it feels like.
Yeah,
I like drafting and looking at all the dumb, like, there's the, as simple as the bot, or something Bowman for Michael Jordan.
It's Mike L. Bowman.
Mike L. Bowman.
Yep.
And then, like, you can obviously tell.
And there's, like, one for, like, Sue Bird. I don't remember what that one is, but, you know.
Curry, LeBron, Larry Bird. There's definitely one for Larry Bird. Yeah. And I think it's really cool to, like, laugh when you see a player that you know. And I just really like basketball, so this game is definitely
It's definitely the best basketball game I've played.
Yeah. I don't know of any basketball game.
We have one other one.
Oh.
Yeah, we have the...
Oh.
Yeah, that one wasn't that great.
No.
Yeah. So, but yeah, basketball, fun. I already talked about it, so I'm not going to talk about it. And we're my number 2. My number 2. What could my number 2 be?
Okay, let me guess. Let me put this back. I swear if it's Couture, I'm going to lose my mind. If it's Couture.
Number 2.
Oh my gosh, I feel like I'm
What are you guessing?
Jeopardy right now. Oh.
Do. Oh, we don't want to get demonetized, even though we don't make any money.
That's sad. I feel like it's obvious, right?
Sure.
Is it obvious? It's
I think it's obvious.
Really? Okay.
My 1 and 2 were like, I didn't even need to really...
What?
Like, I knew what they were going to be.
I swear. I know. If it's on tour, like, my head will pop off. I'm serious.
On Tour is probably the game I played the most, to be honest.
Oh my gosh, why?
But it's not on Tour.
Oh, no. What?
All right, you want me to tell you?
I want to guess.
You want me to give you a clue?
What?
I really like tile laying games.
No. It's really? I have this envelope.
What do you think?
Is it Sail?
No.
Oh!
That's not tile laying.
What kind of?
I mean,
no,
Switchback is tile laying, but it's not Switchback. It's
okay. Oh.
Yeah. So we're still recording. Yeah.
I swear I've switched.
That would be terrible if we weren't recording.
Yeah, that happened last time when we did it.
We did
that
top 10.
Sucks.
I just got nervous all of a sudden because we're almost done. Habitats is a fun little tiling game. You're drawing, they got this really nice bag you're drawing tiles out of.
Yes.
And basically you're building this habitat and you're trying to put tiles next to one another, basically animals want certain types of terrain by them, and you can score them if you have terrain. And you can put up like watchtowers and you can put flowers out which make like bees happy and stuff like that. And it's just, it's simple. It's like there's like 3 steps. Like it's super simple, and you're just you put a tile out, I think. Or you move your vehicle, then you put a tile out, and then you draw a tile or something like that. I don't remember. It's been a little while since I played it. But it's super fun and just one I feel like I can bust out and play anytime. And it's fun. So, yeah, Habitat's my number 2 game All-play game.
Number 2,
All-time.
All-play game. Yeah, I like this game. I have a very distant memory. Like this, I played this a very long time ago.
Yeah.
Like, and I remember we went to Harding's and got like 5 bags of blue Takis, and I ate some of them before. Like,
Wow, that's you remember the Takis better in the game.
yeah, I do. But I like how it's like a simplified version of Dinosaur Island. Like you're building a zoo, and it really gives that like safari vibe, which I like. And the lion on the front of the box.
He's
super
pretty sweet.
Yeah.
He is sweet.
And it like shows all the colors and how colorful the game is.
Yep. I think it's all the colors of the train actually is in his main.
Oh,
Yeah.
interesting.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. So,
Oh,
all right.
Number
It's
1.
time for number 1.
No, wait. Honorable mentions.
My number 11 is a super fun game.
Yeah.
And I don't think Oliver loves it that much, but it is Couture. And the thing is I think part of the reason Oliver doesn't like it that much is he played it at a high player count.
With a lot of people that
it does not
like
work with a lot of people. And that's why it's so far down my list, because I actually think it's a really fun game, but it says it's 6 players, and honestly, I think it probably plays best at 3.
Okay.
So, because when you get in those higher player counts, then you could be stuck not getting anything, and that just doesn't feel very good. Like it's like when you're playing 3 cards, or 3 people, you're always getting a card pretty much, unless you just don't bid on that. So I really like this game. It's a theme that doesn't really stick out to me like, oh, I want to play a fashion game. But I like it because there might be somebody that's really into fashion that doesn't play board games, and this could bring them into it. So that's why I think the theme's cool, even though it's not something that I'm really into. But it looks really good too. So yeah, Couture, super fun. My number 12 was on your list, and that is Pies.
What?
Pies.
I didn't even notice that wasn't on your list.
Yeah, so
How?
Pies. Just because it's not that I don't like it. I like all of these games, and to be honest, I ranked several times, and I think there was one. Sometimes the games were higher and lower. Some of the lower games I kind of went back and forth on, so I ranked a couple times. But Pies, yeah, I like the set collection. I like how you use the trick taking to get the cards. We've already talked about that. And yeah, the art's cool. Like it a lot. Pies.
Pies?
Pies.
Pies.
You're 11.
Yummy. All right, my number 11, it's kind of mid. I like it, but it's mid.
Well, it is middle of the road in all play games that we own. Because we own like 20 some, and it's like 11.
That actually is almost perfect. But this one is sale. So I do like this game. I like how it's a little mini campaign. Oh shoot. And how you're like moving forward with the cards. And this is like a trick-taking game, but you're kind of.
Yeah, it's cooperative, which is interesting.
Yeah, a cooperative trick-taking game, which is a play on a trick-taking game that a lot of people just haven't seen. Like unless you play euchre with each other, but you're still playing against someone else. So I think it's cool that you're trying to help each other out and like
Is there a
sail forward.
euchre? I don't know if there's a 2-player euchre.
No,
I think there's a 3-player version.
Yeah, maybe, but you're working together, and it's kind of like the mind where you're like you don't know what's happening between the 2 players, but you're trying to like trust each other to figure it out.
Yep, and you're trying to get across the board, sail your ship across the board.
Yeah.
It's a fun game.
It's a fun game. It's not my favorite. I mean, it's just there. I put it on the list because I definitely played it quite a few times.
Yeah, because some of these other games, he's like, garbage, no.
Yeah, I forgot to really talk about Couture. I mean, the one thing, the colors just mess with me. A lot of these outfits like suck. Like I hate it. Like I can look on the back and just I really have this specific type. Like when I played it, I probably was like, oh yeah, matching set with like a matching Under Armour set. And now I'm more like clean cut, like polos and like khakis and stuff like that. Or like something a little bit more professional, but kind of chill.
You're kind of more Couture now.
But yeah, this game never really stuck out to me. I'm never the like, oh yeah, fashion, cool. I mean, men's fashion, but this is mostly women's fashion, which isn't necessarily what I'm super into in the first place.
So, what's your number 12? Do you remember?
I don't. Let me look at my phone real quick.
Gotta bust out the phone.
Gotta bust out the phone. Oh! So this one was pretty high on your list.
Yeah.
If you want to guess.
Through the desert?
Yeah, habitats.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so, again, faint memory, but, there's years. I'm figuring out this game right now. But, yeah, I like it. The lion in the box is cool. I'm just going to say that again because that's...
It's been a while since we played
Yeah, it's been a long time. I don't think we played this game more than once.
Yep.
So, yeah, it's my number 12.
I've definitely played it.
I haven't.
I have played it several times. So, do we want to talk about our number 1?
No, let's just leave.
Wait, hold on. We got to say number 1. Number 1.
We're very musical today.
All right. Do you want to tell them, or do you want me to tell them?
Whoa, you had the same number 1, so let's just like, hold on. Let's try to figure a way to hoist this up together.
Kiwi! I think they could see it before, but that's all right.
That's all right.
So,
it's the thought that
so
counts.
why do you like this game?
Okay,
the most?
so I think this, like, with the sale, like I said about sale, it's like a thing that nobody's ever seen before. Like, it's about a kind of a hard time in the U.S., like the, I forget what it was.
Yeah, I don't
Quantitative
remember.
easing or whatever.
Yeah.
Because that's what QE stands for. And it was about that time, like, the economy kind of had a little oopsie. And it's like, in the game, you can bid infinite money, but it can't be too much money, because then you'll lose. It has to be kind of right in the middle, where you'll win some and get the points, but you won't bid too much and then lose. And the infinite money thing is so funny. Like, it's like, it gets to, like, where people are, like, timid, and they're like, 1,500. And then there's that one guy that, like, 5 trillion. Like, even on, like, the first turn, some people. And it's kind of funny to see people's minds work in different ways. Like, there's this one guy that just wants to bid everything and do everything. And then there's the one, like, I'm kind of that guy. Like, I just put in, like, low bids because I'm scared that I'm going to lose. But I lose anyway. So, but I just really like it. I like how it's like dry erase and stuff like that, and you're interacting as you're going. And I really like how you can do a 0 bid and you get points for it. But for the 0 bid, it doesn't really have to be $0. It can be like a pack of peanuts or a free dog, like Vinny, or like something like that. And I think it's just really creative and really fun.
He came over. Come here. Oh, I didn't really hurt him.
He's
sorry,
just scared.
I'm sorry, man.
All right, what do you have to say about quantitative easing? Or
You know, to be honest, the biggest reason I chose this as number 1 is it's probably the game that I have laughed the most playing.
For sure.
Like, I'm talking not just Allplay Games, but all games.
Yeah.
Because just to see, like, you know, especially, like, when you put, like, a super high bid and it shocks somebody, and you know, and you see their face, it's just hilarious. Or, you know, like, I'll write, if I do a 0 bid, I'll like write a funny note, like I'll be like a bag of peanuts or something like that, and you know, or you know, like some dirty socks, you know, like, you just something silly, you know, like just to kind of see if you can get them to react, you know. So it's really fun. The expansion also adds, you get the commodities and stuff.
Yeah,
also
that's
really
also
fun.
fun.
So yeah, it's definitely my number 1. It's a game I think we'll continue to pull out and play. Vinny is trying to pull my mic off me. Brilliant, Vinny. But anyways, so yeah, that is our top 10 games.
Top 10 games.
Or 12.
12.
Really.
And another thing about QA, I forgot to mention the laughter, because I've literally seen my dad do the pack of peanuts or whatever he said. I was rolling on the floor. Like, literally ROFL, rolling on the floor laughing. Like, legit. And that was awesome. So, outro?
Outro.
Good job. You're good at it. Like I am. It just comes in the family.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah. All right. If you liked this video, please smash the subscribe button, smash the like button, smash the notification bell so you can get notified for long form videos like this, short form videos, or even live streams. Did a Fortnite with Grandma recently and didn't show up, so you guys need to show up next time. Show some love, please. And then...
And it's easier to do live streams, so we could do more.
Yeah, we could do a lot.
But we gotta see that you guys want to watch them.
Yes.
So yeah.
And also check out my link tree where you can get links to everything. Of course, my YouTube channel and my socials where I post a lot of behind the scenes stuff. Not a lot of stuff recently because I just... but... like that's how I am with Kiwi with my band.
I did post some stuff for you the other day.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
I just am not on Instagram anymore. So. Yeah, and you can check out that stuff and check out my merch store where you can get some summer pieces, some nice comfy shirts that you can show off the emblem. And also check out my Dice Tower playlist where I do more like short videos on the Dice Tower on a different channel. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching our ranking of Allplay.
And if you played any game, put it in the chat, like what ones you like. So, all right. See you guys next time.
See you guys next time. Bye.
Bye.